still good in the long run.
Hello everyone, I'm Mount 1976 and today we're going to be looking at King of the Fighters 13 Steam Edition on the PC. Now, anyone watching this video who's seen any of my videos or heard any of the podcasts I've done in the past will know I'm not a fan of King of the Fighters whatsoever. Now, the main reason I didn't originally like King of the Fighters was because I played the PlayStation 1 port of it, which has massive loading times, really poor animation, you know, it's missing loads of frames and that, and it's just not a very good game, I don't think, and that sort of put me off the whole franchise, which is a shame really, because the first SNK fighting game that was a decent, you know, fighting game was Fatal Fury, which technically, I suppose, is the first King of the Fighters game, because it's called Fatal Fury King of the Fighters. And it has characters that are actually in this, you know, Terry Bogard, Joe Higashi, and Andy Bogard. And obviously there's other characters from the other SNK franchises. Now, how this works differently to other fighting games, like, say, for instance, Street Fighter and other games like that, is you pick one of three characters, or you pick a team, you know, which is like three characters. On this one I've had a Fatal Fury team, which is Terry, Andy, and Joe. And then you fight another three characters, you know, another team. Which, when you beat one of them, obviously the other fighter comes on. And then when you beat all three, you move on to the next team of fighters you fight. And, you know, so forth, you know. It's a pretty good game. I'm really impressed with this version of it on the PC, because it doesn't lag online or anything. Unlike the console versions, which apparently are terrible. Mind you, I'll be honest, I haven't actually played the console version of this. I only know from what I've, you know, been told on reviews and things I've seen. But this game looks fantastic. Graphically, it's really good. They're actually like proper hand-drawn graphics, you know, sprites. It looks like an anime, you know, it looks really, really good, really well animated. This video's not doing it much justice because, unfortunately, Fraps causes it to jerk slightly and make it look a lot jerkier than what it actually is, if you're watching it really. But yeah, it's a decent fighter, you know, a solid fighter. Plays really well. The bosses are still cheap, which has always been the case, I believe, on these King of the Fighters games, unfortunately. It's got a lot of characters from other SNK franchises. Like, it's got Team Akari, which are the Akari Warriors, even though they look nothing like, obviously, they're doing Akari Warriors. Team from Art of Fighting, you know, teams from a lot of different SNK games. So I've pretty much changed my mind about King of the Fighters. As I say, I'm checking out the older versions of it on the actual Neo Geo versions, not the dodgy ports on the PlayStation 1. I believe the versions on the PlayStation 2 are really good, and I think it's on the Dreamcast as well, I'm not 100% sure. I know the Sega Saturn version of King of the Fighters, I think 97 or 98, was a lot better than the PlayStation 1 because that used the RAM card as well, and it had all the animation and really quick loading times. But, you know, this game's worth checking out anyway if you haven't actually seen it. It was going half price on Steam last week. It's only a cheap game anyway on the PC, you know, it's only, I think I paid 22 quid for it. It's definitely worth it. It's probably the second best fighter on the PC. There's a few fighting games, I've got pretty much all of them. There's obviously Street Fighter 4, Super Street Fighter 4, and the arcade edition of that, which is basically, you know, the same game. Then you've got Mortal Kombat, that's pretty good. Then you've got a game called Schoolgirls, that's alright, that's not bad I suppose. Considering it's an indie game, it's really good, you know, but this is definitely one of the best, you know, as I say. It's not better than Street Fighter 4, but it's a good alternative. Definitely worth checking out, and, you know, definitely worth your time. And, you know, I would imagine a lot of people can play this game a hell of a lot better than what I can, because, to be fair, I'm pretty shit at it. I'm usually much better at Street Fighter, but I suppose it gives me room to practice anyway. Anyway, Thanks for watching this video. More videos coming soon.
Things like this, things like that.
It's all good in the long run.